Hello, listeners. Hi, my name is Madhavi, and I'm so happy to have you on UppTalk. You have come to the right place if you want to learn about IT and do really cool things with your hands. We are not just another IT company when I say UppTalk. Think of us as your learning partner dedicated to helping you reach your full potential. We have top notch hands on courses to help you build your business, whether you are new to technology or want to move up in your current job. Let's look around this as our first step towards learning.
Now that we have one of additional supervisory organization with us, which is NN Super 2003 department. This supervisory organization is having please open position management in staffing. Having one position with open requisition and the job family is aligned with it. Location Australia, availability date, everything looks fine here. And two positions without job requisition. What happened, or what if we need one of the position to move from this supervisory organization to this supervisory organization? How do we do that? There is one question. This is one basically requirement. Let's say you have a manager already having a team in the system, and that manager is leaving the organization. There are two parameters. Either they keep the position open and hire somebody else on that position. The team would start immediately reporting to the new manager, or they move the team to another manager. In those scenarios, what you need to do is you need to go to the move worker task. Move worker by organizations. Move worker by supervisory organization. This is second task. We'll go move worker by organization. If it is not coming here, we will go to the supervised reorganization directly. And this is one of the tasks that comes to your function. You can say functioning on daily basis, move worker by organization. Depend on the head count of the company you would be joining, or you are already into the organization. This task comes to you on weekly basis, semi-monthly basis, monthly basis, or sometimes you need to do a upload, mass upload of this particular task on daily basis. What you need to do, or what you need to basically take care of, is that the proposed manager group. It will ask for effective date and let's say 26. What the support team says, every Saturday the tenant will be under maintenance. From the workday ends, maintenance will occur between 6 am IST, which is India Standard Time, to 10 p.m. IST. During these hours, you won't be able to run your tenant on Saturdays only. Throughout the week, you will be having access to and out of this time zone provided, and time entries provided you will have access to. By let's say it's 8:50 p.m. India time here, after 1 hour 8 minutes, you will be having access to the tenant. This is what I received from the support team. Anyone checking? Yes, actually, I am checking. I am also just checking. Let's say out of 3, we want to move one from this supervisory organization to SMCF. One Bharat created. Let's say I have this page open. Instead of just going to the location directly, the supervisor organization directly, what I'll be doing is I'll click on the change selection here, that I will be giving you overall snapshot of this, that 3 positions are there. I have selected one. And then from 2, and then the type of the receiving end supervisory organization. UK. I'll be taking a snapshot of this, adding some highlights wherever required if you find it convenient. Self-explanatory, let's code. Let's select this one and click on Submit You. OxamCF UK one copy. This is view detail. You have submitted this process and detail. Is the process successfully completed? Open this here. 2547. Why do we have member section empty when we have 3 positions with us? Because no one is joined yet. No one is joined. One person is in progress. The moment the hire will complete, this person's name will reflect here in the member section. Good response. We are missing one position. Earlier there was 2 here, 1 here. Now we having only 1 here, that is positions without job. Location, where we'll be finding that position into this supervised reorganization. This is one way of moving one person, one position, open or closed, open or filled, not. Closed from one supervisory organization to another. Looks easy. See, we have a position here and that too, to effective view as of the moment you change view as of date to 25th of 10th, this position will not reflect in this. Let's do that as view supervisory. Organization as of it is asking for a date parameter. Wait, thank you much. We don't have any. Select 25, see if we have any. Even we still don't have any. The moment you select 26, you will have your position. This tells us the effective date plays a very important role in Workday. This is one way of moving person failed or unfilled position from supervisory organization one to another. The only demerit of this movement is you cannot select multiple supervisory organizations for multiple employees you have. It has to be moved from one supervisory organization to another. Only option you have is you can select. A set out of 10 people. You can select 2, 3, 4, 5 randomly. That option is with you. Next is move worker. By supervisory organization. It's a task again. This was also a task again. It's asking for effective data, effective today only. Let's see payroll. Payroll department 56 cents. This payroll department having 8 items here of 8, 1, 2, 3, 4 are open positions and 4 are employees. What will be? Dual select this non-monetizable, those who are on leave, and we'll move this to another supervisor organization. You can name any. Is the provides, the organization will move it. What is the one thing that you see differently? From the previous UI, you say, or previous page, of more worker by organization. Or for that you say, for a one additional step that you see here, which is not matching with the previous task. We are selecting multiple people. In the previous setup or task, we were also selecting multiple peoples. What is one different thing here? It shows all the positions. Ones are higher than ones are not hired. The previous setup also showing all. It's just start we having 3 open positions from the supervisory organization. We created, if you do the same setup, which if you select the same payroll department with move worker by organization. Let's do that. Payroll department. What's next? Anyone else and anyone. Try to explain. Worker by organization. Thomas' point is we were not having you see all 8 things are here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And it's just that the supervisory organization created by one of our team member only had 3 positions. We have drop down access, multiple selection, open and failed. Position. Both the parameters are there. What is one thing that is different from move worker by organization to move worker? Supervisor organization. We get a clear picture who are hired or who are not. Who are hired on, basically in the payroll. When we get the clear picture, these are the people who haven't joined yet, not in this one which you just showed us. This is basically an overview of payroll department supervised reorganization. The actual view will be, let me go take you there. The actual view will be move worker and shall we will be this. Sometimes I also forget the option. This one. We don't have any detail here except position ID and who hired on this position, which was almost similar in just one drop down. We are having all these details. What is one thing? The Akshay is over here. Let's say the proposed supervising organization. We can do a multiple selection, is it? You are also doing the multiple selections. Multiple selection of what? Different supervisory organization. This is the only difference the current page has. And it gives you a huge flexibility to move your 8 employees to 8 different supervisory organizations. Also, it let you select all your employees with just one selection. The moment you select, you will have editable fields. You see. Change selection field, you see. And then you type 8 different supervisory organizations against each record. And all these will be moving to their respective supervisory organizations the moment you click submit. Is it something a bit change comparing to the previous task? Yes, and one more question, Akshay, what is the bandwidth? How many employees? We can transfer at one go. See, usually what I understand, a manager can have 10. Twenty, 25 people at once. This is the standard size the team having. Your direct reports, I'm talking about. Now that you are sitting at a director level, department head level, and then you are counting down your all managerial, supervisory organizations, plus 1, plus 2, plus 3, that will lead you somewhere around 60, 70, 80 employees. I'm just talking about your direct supervisory organization. That could be somewhere around 20, 25, 30. You can select all 30 at once and do the assignment to respective supervisory organization and it will move immediately. Got it? This task will let or basically give you each flexibility to provide number of supervisory organizations and that to a unique number of the providers. Organization, another function. Let's say you are moving all these employees from payroll department. One birth reg is created. This and you select this position. See the change. Automatically picks this supervisory organization against it the moment you select. You want this as we want. These two, all these 5 4 unfilled positions will be moving to these supervisory organizations. You're not bound to type multiple types of multiple times your supervisory organization. You just populate here and select randomly your profile, or you do select all. It's good to know. Then you do the movement. You have your details automatically updated. Now, how many members are there? Which was previously the setup. You go to staffing. Staffing page gives you the exact details. These are only only positions. What we move. Noman Chan is what we did as a movement was open positions to a supervisory organization which one of our team member created. Now let's do the check. Are these actually moved? Which one we selected? MCF UKL 1. I hope I selected the supervisory organization during the selection. Under the members list, we have 0. And staffing, we have how much? 5. 4 from previous organizations. The moment, recent ones, and one we had created. You might have created this one. And these are the 4 which we took from the previous supervisor. The one that I created was the SMCF US. I think yours is UK. Oh. But ultimately the purpose is to let how the movement has to come. How the movement runs on the supervised organization Workday. Sure, thank you. This is the second method. I hope both the methods are clear to everyone. Any question, any doubt, we can complete here way. If not, move to the third way. Third way is somewhat, lengthy process, but this could be helpful by raising other transactions and other changes as go to one of the person. Let's say who is the owner of this MN Super 2003 department, manager of this. Logo me. Anyone help me understand why there is no brackets and other details populating here against MN Super 2003 department? We have checked CFM UK, lot of details populating here, and then a numerical value also populating here. What is the reason the AMN Super 2000C department doesn't have anything? Because there's no jobs that have been added assigned to that supervisor organization. But not accurately. I'll move to the owner of that supervisory organization, basically creator of that supervision. What is one option? Access has not been given to other restricted access. No, basically, what you're trying to say is roles not assigned to those yes. And also, there is a restriction in the actions as an access. I'm sure you are the creator of that supervisory organization or not. Who created this? What? The reason? Because I only assign role to Logan McNeil as a manager. Then Logan's name could be there. No good names is showing in the living. Convention or Mene? Super 2003. When you open another supervisor, this SMCFUK we have. Under the brackets. Apprentices, these are Jacqueline Desert and 12, 13 other people. Why this is not coming this? Because it was set up by a different person that didn't have the authority. Let's check why it is not coming. Thank you. Do you see anything here? I'll include organization ID in name is not checked. I would say you are close to silver, not gold I mean code or include code in the name. These are not. That's why it's not showing. I mean, you are still bragging this silver, not gold. It's include manager leader name. It was not checked now. You have a brackets here. Earlier, the brackets were not there. Now you have Logan McNeil. Logan McNeil plus 12 others. It is nothing. It has nothing to do with the security group. It has nothing to do with the roles and everything. It's just that one option was not checked or exercised at the time of creating supervisory organization or during editing the same person. Have knowingly or unknowingly unchecked that option. Let's do one thing, open Logan McNeil file and do the selection of others. We are done with the cross create prospect, and that is also part of transactions in Workday in one of the chapter we have. We already completed it, which is good. These are also part of transactions in Workday in chapter 8, I believe, or 7. I'm just completing it. The third way of moving one team member to another is by going to Active Center, Options and Change of. We are not having the option of change of Y. Why the change of option is not coming up. She is the super user of the profile of this tenant. She should have all the access. Why it's not coming up? Anyone, any guesses to me? We have a lot of options here. And this is our transaction. Yes, no, any answer. While Logan was not able to perform this change job, but Ram is, the option is coming up on Ram's profile but not on Logan's profile. And since Logan is a super user, she should have all the access. See, it has nothing to do with the security and everything. I mean, high level security, everything. It is just one thing that is barring her, stopping her to do this function. That is her own profile. She cannot proceed anything as a part of change that requires a business process and where she is part of the HR admin. She cannot do anything because he is having access to assign something to her herself and proceed without getting others know in the system that she has or she is completing a transaction if provided she can any point of time raise her compensation. She can any point of time raise her business title to director level on the time she has just completed just 5 year 10 years she could be a director of this company. She could move herself to the monetary benefit positions. She could move herself and align some roles which ask her to qualify some of the criteria. You can do the benefits to her profile in different other ways, which is why Workday has coined a security again. Yes, it is with the security, but not that high level. That user who is locked into the profile can only perform actions which require basic understanding of the employee life cycle. She can request business title change. She can request photo ID change. She can request legal name change. She can request location, address change, all these details. She can have her bank account details updated as it is not impacting anything at all. And she can do similar functions. She cannot promote herself. She cannot do the change job and this change job, although it is a lengthy process and it allows only 1% data time, but it is giving you the very broad aspect of performing certain actions. You can do the data change, you can do the literal move, you can do the location of his closed, then move somebody else. You can do the promotion, you can do the transfer. After the transfer, you have moved to another manager. You have international transfer. You have moved to different department. For this tenant, move to another manager is activated in the data change. You have changed job details, change location, change superior. Again, change supervisory is the same set of move to another manager. In the change job details, which is very common and let you have a lot of other things at your hand, at your fingertips to change certain functions. Who will be the manager after this change? At on 26th or after with change of details, who will be the new manager? For the time being, the manager of this employee. Let's say it's Logan. We are moving him from Logan to Jacqueline. Accordingly, he or her team will get changed. Or we want business administration. Location of this employee will remain same as there is no change in it. Now it is asking for which team will this person be on after this change. I am sure it may lead to an error because this needs to be populated. I hope this is making some sense to you guys. The processing of change job is a bit different to the other two setups. Those two setups were very straightforward, having minor changes in both the operations, but the change of setup is completely different, and this is not just first and last page, this is just a start. There will be three more pages. Let's select the task for you guys is to execute this. These four changes these three tasks. Now you have a similar set of UI which is equivalent to, which is somewhat similar to requisition, but the functions here are different. Now this will ask you what you want to do with the opening left in your team. If you see I plan to backfill this headcount, it is asking for, is this position available for overlap or not? Always be mindful of this move section as it will be making or creating an impact on these items. The next is job wherein you need to require your position open. If you are asking, I plan to backfill this headcount, which means the person sitting on the position is moving and leaving the position here for other to sit on this position. Let's understand this. I'm having a team and Tom is with me in my team. And Madia is also with me in my team. And Bharat is also with me in my team. Ixiami created her own team and she needs to. To immediate joiner, you say in her team. She managed one from another department and she requested one from my team. I asked Tommy to basically move there. There are two scenarios. Either Tommy moved to her team and leave her position open, leave his position, sorry. I apologize, leave with position in my team, which means I am having two active employees. To hired person and one open position, this situation is clear. Yes. No, yes, yes, another situation is clear. Is Tom is moving with his position to the different team. Now, what is the situation with in the second phase is that now I'm having only two positions and both are having people sitting on them. What should be my action? My course of action in second scenario. And in first scenario as if Tommy is moving without position, what will be the action I need to perform? And if Tommy is moving with position, what will be the action I need to perform? Similarly, what the action Swami need to perform in both the situation. it should be change manager, then change the department. Change manager where? Why are you making this change? Because it is coming from one team to another team. It is coming from your team to my team. A change manager will automatically happen if one person from my team moving to your team. There will be change manager automatically happened. What is one thing that you need to take care of while exercising this movement? And what is one thing I need to take care of while exercising the movement? Supervisory organization. A position change. No, not exactly. I mean, see, in first case, I am having 3 positions. With the movement of Tommy to sum his profile from his supervisor recognition, I'm having 2 field position and 1 open position. What I need to do to fill that position? I need to have somebody. I'll do the create hire and do the pre-hire, and all the stuff will be there. What I do in the create job requisition or hire is I have a position with me. For existing position, that is the only step. I need to select or move another person to the job. My team from another supervisory organization to my team. Also in that selection, I will do the backfield. I have a position and I wanted to do a overlap. Second scenario is Tom is moving with his position to Swami's team now that I'm only having 2 active positions. Both are filled. I don't have any other third position. For having another person in my team, I have to create a position first. Makes sense. This is what change sharp transaction with both the selections needs to do. You can move the person on the road and keep the position there and then rehire, or you can move the person and the position. Is that correct? Both. If you have your position open another, let's see, going by both the options. Let's say you move from my team to another team. But then the other team already having an open position. What you do is, if you move with your position to another team, that person will be having 1 open position, which is not required at all. She wants you to move from my supervisory organization to her supervisory organization. Your position there, you just get up from one cabin and you move to another cabin and just have a seat in the second scenario, just the second. A cabin where you are requested to sit or where you are designated to sit doesn't have a chair there. What you will do is the moment you realize, your manager realize, I don't have a chair, but I invited Tommy to join my team. What he will do is, or what she will do is, she will manage a profile. She will manage a chair first and then select your availability date there. That availability date will identify or will let that you have a chair, then the person having a chair move into that cabin. Yes, that is all the change job is giving you options too. Currently, I'm not able to do it for me. Maybe, yes, transfer. Akshay, please confirm it's in the one organization two we are talking about. 2 supervisors the organization, and in the one organization there is no open job or no open requisition. We cannot transfer one person to other person. Shwangi, you are a manager having a team of 5 person. If your direct report reach out to you with a request that the type of work we have need another person for support, you have 5 persons, what you will do? You ask another person who is another your peer group manager. We need a person in our team for and duration. What he suggests you is that I have one spare. He is not working on any project. Ideal, you can take him. In that scenario, what you will do? Your cabin has or your team has only 5 chairs. What you will do? Bring one more chair, we will create one more position. For the second situation, one of your direct reports says, I'm done with this organization and now I'm looking for more change and more scope. Either move me from this supervisory organization to another where the project lies and where opportunity lies, or I'm telling my resignation. Please accept it. I'm having another offer. Either way, there will be an open position, which means an open chair, an empty chair within your team. Now that you again reach out to your HR and reach out to your peer group manager, I am having an empty position and this is the parameter I am looking for in any candidate. If you have any reference, please highlight it to me. The peer group manager says, I have one person sitting with me, ideal, and he is not working on any project and he is meeting the qualification parameters. Now, what you do? We will take the position if the person is leaving the organization. You will do one thing. You do the create job requisition or move worker by supervisory organization. Then you already have a position there. What you do is you just and tag the position to the employee. But when you do, you have to select. I backfill this position. There is one option. Let's go to. It's not loading the correct data. Anyone. Jacqueline is the one survivor. There she is. Which team she belongs to? HR service. Here, I plan to backfill this headcount, which means I am moving this person from here to. His existing manager and supervisory organization to HR service department, and HR service department is currently owned by Jacqueline. Effective date 26th of October, which is today, with action move to another manager, and everything remains same. Now, if we do this as I plan to backfill this headcount, which means the person is just setting up on the office chair and just walking out of the cabin and joining another cabin where the already position is there. What if If the position is not there, then we have this option. Move this headcount to the new manager, which means he will get up his chair. He will take a chair in his possession and he will walk out of the cabin and join another. The moment they join another cabin, a cabin person sitting there will admit him or her with position he has. Third option is close to set count. Let's say I don't want his replacement anymore. At any point of time, I don't want his replacement or I don't want more business to come to I want him to move out of the system. He tender his recognition and I select close the set count. The moment you select close the set count, is this position available for overlap? It's cleared out. Now I don't have option to select. However, you have option to select. Is this position available for overlap? This, which means the position remains open for replacement. If you select this, again, it is grayed out, but he will be moving out of the cabin with his position with his chair to another. Put another cabin, any question. Concern here, the impact will be seen you see position with job equation. Position without job equation, filled position available for overlap. Remember the option in the move section available for overlap. Filled position available for overlap. Is this position available for overlap? If you select yes, and let's see, do we have an option? Assistant controller, senior HR representative. What is the title of this employee? He is Chief Operating Officer, the backfill positions. Open for replacement. Are they are leaving or they are on leave? They are. Is open wherein they can be represented, they can be filled, they can be available for overlap. Second is these positions are without job requisitions which can be filled as part of batch. Next is these number of positions are with job requisition and having option to get back. Once he moves out, you can select any one of this and hire on the same position. I mean on the under same headcount. Any question, concern? This will be more connected to you. Once you perform this in your tenant, I would go without this and select what all options I have now. Again, same, and same. Now I have more positions comparing to last. Do you want to create new position? Let's say you are not ready to overlap or allow somebody on the existing position. You have option 2. Do you want to create new position? Yes, I want to create new position. It's are not doing this. They either move the existing position to another cabinet or another supervisory organization, or they use the existing position in supervisory organization. Now job profile, a chief operating officer, business title will remain same. Business title is basically a copy of job title and job profile. Location, it means same details, what all details are already there, and these are editable fields. Organizations, since it is just a manager change, doesn't require you to every time change a company. Cost center, headquarter, or region compensation. Again, it is just a horizontal change, not a vertical change. Details are automatically. So, and summary, you can view it. Put any comment if required. Usually don't. And submit. It is asking for 3 errors. What are? Grade is required. Post position is required or create position must be selected. We have not selected anyone anything. Compensation package is required. 3. Two details for from compensation, which we understand we have not selected it. But here also we have not selected any position. The moment we have position here, I believe the compensation detail will automatically. Oh, not. Not an issue at all. I might have this as I might have no. Alright. Now it is asking to assign a task to Logan that a transfer of firm can be completed. You can see that number of business process assigned to it and remaining number of business process. This transfer will come. We'll run through here. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to process the 8, 9. There will be 9 processing of here and there. And then position will get completed. Basically the movement, which one is easier in terms of movement per second. Per second, yes. Why? Because it is giving you a straightforward. Answer or option to move your team members or direct report or entire team, basically to one manager to multiple managers. And where do you need the third option? In which scenarios you need third option? Then maybe we need. Decide we have to keep the position open or we have to just close it by making a transfer. I'm not sure. wherever you need a position for specific reasons or wherever you want to backfill the position as a replacement. Those cases are there when you need to perform the change job. Also, if you want to do few other details to be changed, to be aligned along with change manager. Let's say compensation change, cost center change, maybe company change. Let's say you are into the HR department previously. Now you are moving from HR to finance. The change of needs to be done. It's not that you're just moving one manager, one employee from one support to another. There will be couple of other details that need to be changed. Those cases are also you need a change job. To terminate an employee, you must have a higher wage, and that to complete it, there are two ways to remove employee from the system. One is you go to actions, go to change job or job change, and here you have terminated employee. This is one, and this is when the employee has joined and willing to leave organization. By completing or not completing a secondary event, willing to leave the organization, or just completed one day in organization. Then the terminated employee comes into the picture. Second is the employee has not joined at all and we have erroneously created the profile. In then that scenario you have option of recent, suppose this transaction, for example this, and transaction this profile having just one transaction that is higher, there could be a the possibility employee has joined and that employee having multiple rows here. And later on you come to know that that person is about to join who, and now he has refused to join due to XYZ reason. What will be your first action? Of action is to edit the profile, basically delete the profile. Since deletion is not here in Workday, it is not a term they use. They use basically recent. We will not remove the head count. We will go with the termination first and then we will resend the termination. Terminate employee. Why you need this employee? I mean, what is the reason this employee is leaving? Voluntary, involuntary, let's say voluntary, this person is leaving and there are other 10 other reasons. There is a task which says maintain custom reasons. Sorry, maintain reasons. We'll check that later. Maintain. Reasons for optional field. Now you select any whichever suits you better. Select this voluntary career progression. Secondary reason not required at all. Notice period date. When did the employee notified this? I have another offer with me and I want to move from this notification from this organization to another, and this is my notification that I am resigning. Notice period automatically captured from your tenant or automatically captured from the configuration you provided in the termination setup. The policy enabled into the system 14 days. And now that you want this person to leave with immediate effect, which can be performed here, currently it is marking recommended. Termination date. Here you have option to change to this last year for pay through date automatically. Change to this. Irregrettable. Do you feel that by leaving this employee business feels that they are at loss for some duration, duration until they find a support until they find a replacement? Yes, it is regrettable. We don't want this employee to leave, but somehow he or she has made up her mind. Is this employee eligible for rehire? Yes, if she wants to join any point of time in future, we are open. Our doors are open for him or her. Close position. Is this position available for overlap? Do you want to close this position? No, we don't want to close this position. Is this position available for overlap? No, we don't want this either. Submit. Details and process C. Now that terminate. Chandnis went. Open the profile. Few seconds back or few minutes back, she was active. Now she is terminated and she has completed 24 days. This is one part of the transactions in Workday. Now that you realize that you have terminated the wrong journey or wrong employee, what you need to do is either go reach out to the management and explain the situation, everything, and ready for preparing the root cause analysis document, or you go here business process recent. Again, you will be required to basically view. You add here comment, event rescinded. Now we have rescinded in the brackets against terminated Channi Singh. And it says, this logo says process rescinded. Now, if you just click on her profile, remember, there was a terminated return few seconds back, and now we have just employee name here, and he is having a time in job profile length of service. Everything defined here. This is how the terminate and rehire. What Akshay, what is the use of the regrettable field capture we have done there? Does it have any significance, or it's just a data capture? Regrettable is to keep a documentation, you say, in Workday or for system. This person is leaving. Is it something that you feel sorry for this person's moment? You are certainly not wanted him or her to move out of the team. But then you can't do anything except regretting that she or she should not leave the organization. And also showing that the departure of these employees, I mean the untimely departure from our team to another team, maybe, or to another company, is a somewhat loss to the organization for a particular duration. Maybe these things comes up for those who are basically doing their function. Basically, I mean what you can say, doing their job with 100%, if not 100%, at least 89% accuracy on time, and their behavior is scored and they are meeting with the high expectation. It will be a regrettable situation for employer if he or her employee who is performing has thought to leave the organization. And yes, it is making an impact when you do the hire. When you do the rehire, The HR will check your termination transaction first. What was the reason of you being out of the organization for long? Then they will see that you have a regrettable, which means you were an asset to the company. The organizations always wanted to have their lost assets or departed assets back. For that, they can pay the most reasonable amount or facility which is available in market. I hope that is clear. The process of termination and rescinding also completed. We terminated an employee and then rescinded the process. Now rescinding. The process can also be done for prospective employee whom an offer has been provided. The company provided a job offer to a new prospective candidate and then they want to rescind the job offer. Can that be done in Workday? They can basically close the job offer. The rescinding can only be done for an employee who is already in an organization. For completed transactions, rescinding can be done for completed transactions. A completed transaction, regardless of what transaction you are completing, this hire is already completed, which is why I told you at the very beginning. Hire must be there in the completed stage. If your job requisition, if you are basically the position you are creating having an in progress transaction, that means that transaction cannot be rescinded. But your job requisition is completed successfully, and then you can do the rescind. But the condition is that there should not be any ongoing activity running in that supervised organization or job requisition. Please do like, share, and subscribe to our channel. For more information, contact us sales@therightuptalk.com.